loves me for my Willie. Something about my Willie turns her on. It's not all that extraordinary, really, but it's better than my Haggard and my Joan. It's a little thing, you might think it's silly, but you can bet it's always on her mind. Hey, I think she only loves me for my Willie. She keeps asking for my Willie all the time.
He's such a boy, isn't he? That's his story.
If I didn't make her laugh, I wouldn't have had a chance in the world with this girl.
No, really. I want you to play a real song that you wrote that was a big hit. I want to brag on you for a minute. This guy's been writing in town for a long, long time in Nashville. And, you know, before we were doing this, that's what he was doing. And this was the very first song that I ever saw him perform at the Bluebird Cafe. And it wasn't a hit at the time. Clay Walker hadn't recorded it yet. But I just sat there and said, one day, this song's going to be a hit because it's that good. And this is what drew me to him. So, y'all, my husband, Mr. Rory.
I wrote this song with a guy named Johnny Barnett. I moved to Nashville in 1995, and I met him within a few months. And he was a character. He was in his mid-50s at the time, and he had been writing all kinds of music, but he always wanted to have a country hit song. And he hadn't had one yet. To tell you what kind of character he was Cheech and Chong's opening act for about 7 years. So he was real different. But he called me one day and he told me the story. He said he was on his way to Maryville, Tennessee in the early 70s, and he got stuck on the side of the road, and he didn't have any way to change the tire on his car. And he needed to borrow a jack from somebody. And he didn't have one, and it kept getting later and later, and he was stuck on the side of the road and nobody would stop and help him. As it got darker, finally this young boy, about 18 or 19 years old, in a beat up pickup truck, stopped and helped Johnny. And Johnny said, I just need to borrow your jack so I can change the tire. And the guy said, well, you're all dressed up, you can stay in the car and I'll change it for you. So Johnny did. And when he was done, Johnny said, well, what do I owe you? And the kid said, you don't owe me anything. And he said, surely there's got to be something I can do to pay you back. And the guy said, next time somebody needs some help, you help them and think of me. From that story, Johnny and I got together and wrote this song. He passed away about a year and a half or so later on, but not till this was a big, big hit, so I was really thrilled to share this with him. It's called The Chain of Love. He was driving home one evening in his beat-up Pontiac when an old lady flagged him down. Her Mercedes had a flag. He could see that she was frightened, standing out there in the snow, till he said, I'm here to help you, man. By the way, my name's Joe. Well, she said, I'm from St. Louis, and I'm only passing through. I must have seen 100 cars go by. This is awful nice of you. When he changed the tire and closed the trunk and was about to drive away, she said, how much do I owe you? And here's what he had to say. You don't owe me a thing, I've been there too. Someone once helped me out just the way I'm helping you. If you really want to pay me back, here's what you do. Don't let the chain of love end with you. Well, a few miles down the road, the lady saw a small cafe. She went in to grab a bite to eat and then be on her way. But she couldn't help but notice how the waitress smiled so sweet, how she must have been 8 months along and dead on her feet. And though she didn't know her story, and she probably never will, when the waitress went to get her change from $100 bill, the lady slipped right out the door, and on a napkin left a note. There were tears in the waitress' eyes when she read what she wrote. You don't owe me a thing, I've been there too. Someone once helped me out just the way I'm helping you. If you really want to pay me back, here's what you do. Don't let the chain of blood end with you. Well, that night when she got home from work, the waitress climbed into bed. She was thinking about the money and what the lady's note had said. And as her husband lay there sleeping, she whispered soft and low, everything's gonna be alright, I love you, Joe.